So when we started thinking about ways that we could work between two very different classrooms, an anthropology class in Towson and one in Hanyangdaehakyo, Hanyang University in Gyeonggi-do, South Korea, apps seemed like one way that, of capitalizing on a traffic that already existed.
We saw mobile app prototyping and development as just one more technological tool to bring the research and methods that we impart in anthropology to students. One of the problems too that we see as well that I think our culture really reflects now is it has to be about the shiny new toy or the product that's produced at the end of a process. We're big fans of process.
What we really wanted to do was to simply bring students through the process. And in so doing, they're not only learning about this technology, but they're also telling us what's important, what they connect together. Apps are connective platforms. So if you think about an app, it's like a box. And in that box, you can throw location awareness and a camera, and whatever, some kind of voice recognition, whatever you want. You throw it into that thing.
All those things.
Yeah, you put in some kind of text editor. Basically, apps sew together a bunch of disconnected applications and programs. So in having students do this, they're telling us what they connect together and how they connect that to the places where they live.
If I was going to offer advice to any of my colleagues or any faculty that wanted to try to adopt some of these tools, there's always this fear of technology. I don't know how to code, I don't know how to program, therefore I can't do it. Why would I even think about this? I can tell you right now that no one's necessarily looking to anthropology, maybe even though they should, to develop technological tools. But the fact of the matter is you have two anthropology faculty that are using technology and developing apps. Why? Because the threshold for accessing those programming tools and prototyping and development is so easy to attain now. It's ridiculously fun and it's easy to learn. The learning curves for these things used to be quite steep. 5 years ago, we would not have been able to do the things that we're doing now with mobile app prototyping and development. But the fact of the matter is the learning curve that used to be 6 weeks is now about 6 minutes. The students think that they know how to use them immediately because they are that digital generation. But what we have to scale them back from is like, well, wait a second, are you thinking about what actually informs these? That's the job of a faculty mentor to do with students in the classroom environment. Say, okay, I know what you know. Now let's see what informs what you know and how can we use these new technology tools to create a better reciprocal conversation where we can learn from one another. What's been fun to watch is what was seen in our discipline and perhaps even in our immediate surroundings as a very unconventional approach has now resulted in National Science Foundation grants and contracts with outside entities who, lo and behold, are looking for an unconventional approach to match an unconventional world. And guess what? We're filling that niche a bit. So to bring the students into that as researchers and give them a capacity to build a skill set while they're also doing their normal coursework. So when they graduate, they can say, guess what? Not only am I a graduate of Towson with this particular degree, but oh yeah, I know how to do app development, data analytics, and some of these other skill sets that we're giving to them and using with them to try to identify communities and other entities that, guess what, have always been there but weren't recognized before. And that's some of the most exciting stuff that I think we're on the precipice of understanding.